What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick Sorry, back with another video, and today we are going to be talking about an anime called Scums Wish. This video goes any further. I am not an anime reviewer. I just like to talk about anime that were fun to watch. I I watched Scums Wish during the summer. I sat in my room one night. I was bored, so I scrolled through Verve. I found Scums Wish, and I was like, you know what? That's a title I can get into. So I watched Scums Wish, and it was an alright anime. It wasn't the best, but it was cool. And its score on my anime list is a 7.21. So it's a good anime. Not to me personally, but it was cool. And the synopsis on my anime list is: to the outside world, Hanabi Yasuroka and Mugi Awa Iowa. I'm bad with names. And Mugi are the perfect couple, but in reality, they just share the same secret pain. They are both in love with other people they cannot be with. Hanabi has loved her childhood friend and neighbor Narumo Kane for as long as she can remember. So she is elated to discover that he is her new homeroom teacher. However, Narumi is soon noticed by the music teacher Akane Minagawa, and a relationship begins to blossom between them, much to Hanabi's dismay. Mugi was tutored by Akane in middle school and has been in love with her since then. Through a chance meeting in the hallway, he encounters Hanabi. As these two lonely souls spend more time together, they decide to use each other as a substitute for the one they truly love, sharing physical intimacy with one another in order to stave off their loneliness. So that was the synopsis. So from the synopsis, you get that the male protagonist is Mugi Awaya, and his love interest in the show is Akane Minagawa. The female protagonist is Hanabi Yasuroka, and her love interest is her homeroom teacher, Narumi Kane. Now, this show is just it's phenomenal. Cause it's not phenomenal. It's alright. But there were so many serious moments in this show, but then there were moments where I couldn't tell if they were trying to be funny. Cause there's a scene in like one of the first few episodes where our male protagonist Mugi tells our female protagonist Hanabi to touch it. He said, and I was forced to watch this in dub because Verve only had it in dub for some reason, and so I had to watch this in dub. It was so much better hearing them say it in my own language. He said, "Touch it." Oh my! It was hilarious. So yeah, this is. But along with all that, the synopsis I just read and all that, our protagonists also have people that love them. Our lady protagonist has someone who loves her, and the person that loves her is also a female. Her name is Sane Abato, if I'm pronouncing that right. And let me just tell you, this Sane Abato, real, everyone's just messed up in the head in this show. And our male protagonist, the person who loves him, is Noriko Kamomebata. Bad names. So there were spoilers at the beginning of the video, like there wasn't in the last one. But Naruko, the person who loves the male protagonist, her whole mindset is that when they were younger, she believed she was a princess, and when she was young, decided that Mugi, the male protagonist, was her prince. Okay. And so she stayed obsessed with him. Now, they're in high school, by the way. High school. She stayed obsessed with him since they were like in kindergarten, wanting to be with him. And he has not recuperated her feeling. But since this anime is called Scums Wish, scummy things happen. And people are scums. Our protagonists are scum. They're scum. They're scum of the earth. And personally to me, they're unlikable. I thought the show was funny and also serious at times, but it just could not get behind any protagonist. I couldn't get behind most characters because they're all fundamentally messed up. The way they go about things is just so flawed. And that's not to say that some of these things are things that could never happen to me, or that I would never do. Because who knows what could happen? Something could happen to me, and my whole mindset could shift. But there were just so many things, like Narumi Kane, who Hanabi loves, the female protagonist. He, I, I don't understand his mindset. Maybe it's just me, but the music teacher who Mugi's in love with, Akane, he's in love with her. Okay, but her whole thing is she's a whore, and I'm not doing any shaming, but that's like basically what they say in the show. They might not say exactly that, but it's basically, and she sleeps around. And when they start to get closer to each other, when Narumi and Akane start to get closer to each other, Akane is just like, like, yeah, if I'm with you, I'm still gonna sleep with all these other dudes, and Narumi's just like, okay, that's okay. It was weird. And the last couple episodes of the anime, because I don't want to say everything that happened. I just wanted to just generally talk about it from my experience. The last couple episodes of the anime, for like instances, I legitimately cared. Because in the last couple episodes, I'll just give a basis. So Hanabi and Mugi, they're like, we're gonna confess our feelings, and if they deny our feelings, we're gonna come back and we're gonna officially date each other. There's a lot of stuff that happens in between that, but I'm not gonna explain the whole show because you won't go watch it if I just give you the whole show. So yeah, they both do their things and confess their feelings. One of them gets rejected, the other one doesn't. The other one ends up sleeping with their love interest from the beginning, only for their love interest to say, nah, I'm good. And so they split up, and yeah, it was a decent show. And honestly, in my opinion, if you're bored like I was, just go on wherever you watch anime. Type in Scums Wish and watch it. You will be entertained to an extent. Cause it's not the best anime I've seen. It's not the worst, but it was alright. So thanks for watching this video. My Instagram was on the screen earlier. Why aren't you following me yet? Go follow me there, and bye.